America, once a beacon of individual liberty, now grapples with an increasingly pervasive surveillance apparatus. This technological web, woven from data points and algorithms, threatens the very foundations of privacy and autonomy. From facial recognition software to location tracking, the ability to monitor and record our lives has reached unprecedented levels. This shift has been gradual, often masked by the allure of convenience and connectivity that new technologies offer. Yet, the implications of this unchecked surveillance are far-reaching and deeply concerning. The proliferation of surveillance technologies is often justified in the name of security and efficiency. We're told that these tools are necessary to combat crime, terrorism, and other threats. However, this narrative often obscures the more insidious consequences of such pervasive monitoring. The normalization of surveillance erodes trust, chills dissent, and creates a climate of self-censorship. When people believe they are constantly being watched, they are less likely to express themselves freely or challenge authority. This erosion of privacy is not merely a theoretical concern. It has real-world consequences for individuals and society as a whole. From discriminatory policing practices to the manipulation of our online experiences, the unchecked collection and analysis of personal data have tangible and often harmful effects. We are witnessing the emergence of a society where our every move, both physical and digital, is tracked, analyzed, and potentially exploited. The rise of the surveillance state is a complex issue with no easy solutions. It demands our attention and critical engagement. We must ask ourselves, what are the trade-offs we are willing to make between security and freedom? How do we ensure that technology serves humanity rather than the other way around? The answers to these questions will determine the kind of society we create for ourselves and for generations to come. Technology's reach extends beyond external surveillance. It now probes the very essence of our being, our thoughts, feelings, and even physical reactions. The lines between science fiction and reality blur as advancements in neuroscience and artificial intelligence hint at the possibility of thought-reading devices and technologies capable of manipulating our emotions and actions. While still in their nascent stages, these developments raise profound ethical and societal questions about the sanctity of human consciousness and the potential for unprecedented control and manipulation. Imagine a world where your innermost thoughts are no longer private, where your emotions can be detected, recorded, and even altered without your consent. This is the unsettling future that technologies like brain-computer interfaces and advanced emotion recognition software could usher in. While proponents argue for their potential benefits in areas such as healthcare and accessibility, the potential for misuse and abuse is undeniable. The idea of technology intruding upon the sanctity of our minds and bodies strikes at the core of what it means to be human. Our thoughts, feelings, and physical experiences are fundamental to our individuality and autonomy. The possibility of these being accessed, manipulated, or controlled by external forces represents a profound violation of our personhood. We must tread cautiously as we navigate this uncharted territory. The pursuit of technological advancement must not come at the expense of our fundamental human rights. Robust ethical frameworks, stringent regulations, and ongoing public discourse are essential to ensure that these powerful technologies are developed and used responsibly, safeguarding human dignity and freedom in the digital age. America boasts a proud history of enshrining individual liberties, with privacy being paramount. The Fourth Amendment, for instance, safeguards against unreasonable searches and seizures. However, the rapid evolution of technology has outpaced the legal framework designed to protect us. Existing laws are ill-equipped to address the novel challenges posed by technologies that can track our movements, monitor our communications, and even potentially peer into our minds. The digital age has rendered traditional notions of privacy obsolete. Our personal information, once confined to filing cabinets and personal interactions, now flows freely through the vast networks of the internet. This data, often collected without our explicit consent or knowledge, can be aggregated, analyzed, and exploited in ways that were unimaginable just decades ago. The erosion of privacy is further exacerbated by the growing power and influence of tech giants. These corporations, with their vast resources and sophisticated data mining capabilities, often operate with little transparency or accountability. Their pursuit of profit often comes at the expense of user privacy, with personal data treated as a commodity to be bought, sold and leveraged for commercial gain. The legal landscape must evolve to address these pressing challenges. We need comprehensive privacy legislation that recognizes the unique threats posed by new technologies. This includes strengthening existing laws, enacting new regulations, and empowering individuals with greater control over their personal data. The defense of privacy in the digital age is not just a legal battle, it is a fight for the preservation of human dignity and freedom in an increasingly interconnected world. Montel Alexander Bowman's allegations, though unsubstantiated, offer a chilling glimpse into a dystopian future where technology is weaponized to violate the sanctity of the human mind and body. Whether rooted in reality or delusion, Bowman's claims underscore the very real anxieties surrounding technological surveillance and the potential for its misuse. Bowman's case, regardless of its veracity, serves as a stark reminder of the potential for technology to be used for nefarious purposes. His claims, while extraordinary, highlight the growing public concern surrounding the erosion of privacy and the potential for technology to be used for manipulation and control. The lack of evidence supporting Bowman's claims should not detract from the importance of the larger conversation his case ignites. We must grapple with the ethical implications of increasingly powerful technologies and the potential for their misuse. The line between science fiction and reality is becoming increasingly blurred, and we must ensure that our legal and ethical frameworks keep pace with these rapid advancements. The relationship between law enforcement agencies and private technology companies has grown increasingly intertwined, raising concerns about government overreach and the erosion of civil liberties. The increasing reliance on surveillance technologies by law enforcement, often developed and deployed by private companies, raises serious questions about accountability, transparency, and the potential for abuse. The proliferation of facial recognition software, predictive policing algorithms, and other surveillance technologies raises serious concerns about due process, racial profiling, and the right to privacy. The lack of transparency surrounding the use of these technologies, coupled with the potential for bias in their design and implementation, threatens to exacerbate existing inequalities and erode public trust in law enforcement. The lines between government surveillance and corporate data collection are becoming increasingly blurred. Data collected by private companies for seemingly innocuous purposes can be accessed by law enforcement agencies, often without a warrant or judicial oversight. This erosion of the traditional boundaries between public and private spheres creates a chilling effect on free speech, association, and other fundamental freedoms. We must demand greater transparency and accountability from both government agencies and private companies involved in the development and deployment of surveillance technologies. Robust oversight mechanisms, coupled with clear legal frameworks governing data collection, storage, and use, are essential to ensure that these powerful tools are not used to infringe upon our fundamental rights. Section 6. The chilling effect, social and psychological impacts. The pervasive sense of being watched, a hallmark of the surveillance society, can have profound psychological and societal impacts. Constant monitoring can foster anxiety, paranoia, and a chilling effect on free expression. This can lead to self-censorship, conformity, and a reluctance to engage in dissenting or unconventional views, ultimately stifling creativity and social progress. The erosion of privacy can also have a corrosive effect on trust, a fundamental pillar of any healthy society. When individuals feel that their every move is being tracked and analyzed, they may be less likely to confide in others, engage in open dialogue, or participate in civic life. This can lead to social isolation, polarization, and a decline in civic engagement. Furthermore, the normalization of surveillance can lead to a sense of learned helplessness, where individuals feel powerless to resist or challenge the encroachment upon their privacy. This can create a climate of apathy and resignation, making it easier for authorities and corporations to expand their surveillance capabilities unchecked. The psychological and societal impacts of pervasive surveillance demand our attention. We must foster a culture that values privacy, encourages critical thinking about technology, and promotes civic engagement. By empowering individuals with the knowledge and tools to protect their privacy, we can mitigate the chilling effects of surveillance and create a society that values freedom, autonomy, and human dignity. Section 7. The urgency of reform, strengthening privacy protections. The erosion of privacy in the digital age is a pressing issue that demands our immediate attention. Our laws, crafted in a bygone era, are ill-equipped to address the novel challenges posed by technologies that can track our movements, monitor our communications, and potentially even peer into our minds. We need a robust and comprehensive privacy legislation that recognizes the unique threats of the digital age and safeguards our fundamental rights. Strengthening existing laws, such as the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, is crucial to protect the confidentiality of our digital communications. This includes requiring law enforcement agencies to obtain a warrant based on probable cause before accessing our emails, text messages, and other sensitive data stored online. We must also enact new legislation that specifically addresses the challenges posed by emerging technologies such as facial recognition software and predictive policing algorithms. This includes establishing clear guidelines for the use of these technologies, ensuring transparency and accountability, and prohibiting their use in ways that discriminate against marginalized communities. Empowering individuals with greater control over their personal data is paramount. This includes the right to access, correct, or delete their data, as well as the right to opt out of data collection practices. Transparency about how our data is collected, stored, and used is essential to fostering trust and accountability. Section 8. Rethinking our relationship with technology. The rapid advancement of technology has brought undeniable benefits, but it has also ushered in an era of unprecedented surveillance and data exploitation. It is time to critically examine our relationship with technology, to move beyond blind acceptance and embrace a more mindful and discerning approach. We must become conscious consumers of technology, demanding products and services that prioritize privacy, security, and ethical data practices. Education is key to empowering individuals to navigate the digital landscape safely and responsibly. We must equip future generations with the critical thinking skills to evaluate the potential risks and benefits of technology, to understand their digital rights, and to advocate for their privacy. Furthermore, we must foster a culture that values privacy as a fundamental human right, not as an inconvenience to be sacrificed in the name of convenience or security. This requires ongoing public discourse, engaging with diverse voices and perspectives to shape ethical frameworks and policy decisions that reflect our shared values. Rethinking our relationship with technology also entails supporting the development and adoption of privacy-enhancing technologies. These technologies, such as end-to-end encryption and decentralized data storage, can empower individuals to protect their privacy and regain control over their personal information. Section 9. Towards a future of ethical innovation. The pursuit of technological innovation must not come at the expense of our fundamental rights and freedoms. We must strive for a future where technology serves humanity, not the other way around. This requires a commitment to ethical design and development, ensuring that privacy, security, and human well-being are at the forefront of technological advancement. Collaboration between technologists, policymakers, ethicists, and the public is essential to navigate the complex ethical dilemmas posed by emerging technologies. Open dialogue, transparency, and a willingness to engage with diverse perspectives are crucial to establishing ethical frameworks and regulatory guidelines that promote innovation while safeguarding our fundamental rights. The future of technology is not predetermined. It is shaped by the choices we make today. By embracing a human-centered approach to technological development, we can harness the power of innovation to create a more just, equitable, and privacy-respecting society for all. The time to act is now, to ensure that technology empowers rather than endangers our humanity.